Hey there guys, Fave here, and today we're going to talk about Merely. Now before I talk about Merely, I must first probably introduce who Merely is to those of you that are newer to Roblox. But before I can introduce Merely to those of you that are newer to Roblox, I have to do today's challenge. And today's challenge is, if you've ever been mad at someone before, then smash that like button. Also, I noticed most of you aren't subscribed, so what are you doing? Go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell, and a brand new pair of sunglasses will spawn right in front of you, and they'll be any design you want. You just gotta kind of think of it. So first of all, who is Merely? Well, Merely is more known nowadays for being a Roblox admin, but back in the day he was known for being the richest Robloxian, who at one point around 2012 owned one of every Roblox Limited. Him and the Gamer 101 were basically the only users that were ever able to do this until those stupid tablets came out. And if you don't know about the tablets, well, in 2012 Roblox had a promotion where they released these tablets that only one could be sold, and if you owned one, you would receive a free iPad in real life. I did a whole video about that before. But anyways, Merely eventually ended up working for Roblox and released a lot of cool features, like the ability to save outfits that was pioneered by the man, the myth, the legend, Merely himself. Now, Merely allegedly has a twin brother called Serenok, but that conspiracy theory is for a whole other video, because y'all are just going to call me crazy for that, and I don't want to get into it right now. But what I can't tell you is that Merely may have glitched the system of Roblox before he was supposed to. And finding bugs, I mean, as an admin, you're supposed to find bugs, but before he was an admin, he was wildin'. So I must first begin the story with an update to Roblox. So on April 16th, 2013, Roblox released a feature where you can own multiple copies of the same limited. Now, what does that mean? Basically, limited items are different than like regular items, whereas there's only so many that exist and you can buy them from users rather than Roblox. So for example, I have 26 lightweight top hats, and without this feature that came out in 2013, I could only own one lightweight top hat. But due to this feature from 2013 that was highly demanded at the time, you could own as many of a limited as you want, as long as you can afford it, you know? But before this existed, there were certain glitches and tricks to own multiple copies of the same limited. And a lot of these glitches and tricks were highly controversial because it could be argued that you were manipulating the economy and taking items away from other users, which actually is against the terms of service. Manipulating the economy has been known to get people banned forever in the past. So what does Merely have to do with any of this? Well, Merely owned every limited, which, okay, he got rich, he traded, he spent a lot of Robux, whatever. And he also is the owner of the game Trade Hangout, which is very notorious over the years. Well, as it turns out, if we take a look at this forum post from April 13th, 2013, which is ironically a few days before the update came out, I promise you that's not correlated. TuxDude71 asks, why is Merely allowed to keep his mass amount of glitched hats? I wouldn't care if it was 2 or maybe 3, but he has up to 6 of the same limited U item in some cases, and it was through a glitch. Now, people are saying, okay, the update's out, of course, you're stupid, bro, but as Squat Pumps, the misleading bacon hair with 13,000 posts would let us know, he's obviously had more than one of the same limited before that. And also, the feature wasn't released for 3 more days. It was only on the test site at the moment. He also claims that Merely said he found a glitch that allows you to use the trade system to gain more than one of a limited. So let me pause for a second and show you why a feature might be necessary. So here we have a super rare limited called the Dark Assassin, which cost 12 Robux and only 21 were ever sold. This limited was actually never supposed to be released, but came out on April 1st, 2012 due to an unfortunate incident. Now, it's exceptionally rare because basically nobody owns it, and a lot of the copies, well, just take a look here. You have Merely Dark Assassin 4, Merely Dark Assassin 6, Merely Dark Assassin 2, Merely Dark Assassin 3, Merely Dark Assassin 5, and Merely Dark Assassin 7. So before you could own multiple copies of the same limited, Merely decided to scoop up all the copies of Dark Assassin, and since you can only have one of a limited at a time on an account, he decided to spread them across a bunch of different accounts. And to this day, they're just sitting here on these noob accounts that haven't been logged into in years. Like, look at this. This is just a random account. He never logged into it again just to have this one item. The Dark Assassin Project. So, what these people were really talking about is there's some random limiteds in Merely's massive inventory where he owned multiple copies of it before that was allowed. So take a look at the Egg of Equinox Night. Kind of an obscure, forgotten limited, only worth 1,000 Robux. But if we go really deep into his owned copies, he's had this one since February 2013. But he's also had this one since February 2013. and also this one, and this one. So that's at least 4 copies that he owned in February 2013. The update didn't come out until April 2013. So what's going on here? And they did the same glitch for a bunch of cheap limiteds in early 2013. The Gentleman of Stratus, a 1000 wrap limited, which is among the bottom of all limiteds. All of the copies of this item that he owns are from February 2013. And I must remind you, the feature did not come out till April 2013. And Merely did not become a Roblox admin until May 2013. So he was out here glitching stuff and all types of stuff before he was an admin. Is that allowed? Economy manipulation? Or must I remind you? Now, I'm not here to blow Merely's bubble or whatever. I mean, it's kind of a harmless glitch, and these are all really cheap limiteds. I don't see any really expensive examples. I mean, I could be missing something here. I just think it's really fascinating that this glitch exists, and now that it's an official Roblox feature, this little story got really swept under the rug. A quick shout out to JH Zuxus for bringing this to my attention. But honestly, it's just very interesting to think about and to talk about, because I remember when I was Fave with woah, I would buy a classic fedora and then sell it when I got bored every week. And if I was able to own a bunch of them, I feel like, I don't know, maybe stuff would be different. But I guess I might just tell a mini story on top of the story I just told, because this is the Riptide. Now, this is the very forgotten gear as of today, but back in 2013, the Riptide was an item received in one of the worst Roblox events of all time. It was basically Sword Fights on the Heights 4, but it was barely reskinned to be a Percy Jackson event. And you could win this sword an infinite amount of times in the game. Now, despite this, it was still limited, so you were basically winning free limiteds over and over, and the price of this at the time was like rock bottom, maybe 20 Robux, so you could stack it up. I remember in the summer of 2013, I bought hundreds of these things for 20 to 60 Robux, and eventually sold it for a couple hundred Robux a pop. So that's what I call the art of the deal. Nowadays, it's over 1,000 Robux like all limiteds are, because inflation is insane. But yeah, at one point in time, you could buy this for no Robux. It merely owns 10 of these also, so told you it's related. Anyways, owning multiple copies of a limited is a common feature now, and you can see crazy examples of people owning more than half of an item. In fact, if you want to watch my video about Roblox hoarders, people who own a large percentage of a certain limited, check out the top right corner. It's more interesting than you think. Should admins be held accountable for the things they did before they were an admin? Is an admin not allowed to glitch? How harmless is this glitch? Is it unfair to other players? A lot of important questions to ponder. I want to know your opinions and your thoughts down below in the comments. Get into an argument, whatever. Just let me know what you think, and yeah. And also, that's about all I have to talk about today. Let me know what you think down below. Make sure you smash that like button. Subscribe, hit the bell to Favorite Fave 2. Follow me on Instagram at Fave here. Follow me on Twitter at Roblox Fave. Join my groups on Roblox, the Roblox Fave Fan Club, and Fave's Cave. And finally, join my Discord server, discord.gg/Fave. And it's your boy Fave, and I am